Hello students, in this part of the video we are going to study elastic collision in one dimension. What does it mean? First of all, you have already learned elastic collision. Elastic collision is that type of collision in which linear momentum of the system as well as kinetic energy of the system remains conserved. Both remain conserved. We have already studied elastic collision. Now, elastic collision in one dimension. What does it mean? Here you can see we have taken two bodies A and B. Initially, before collision, this is the case. They collide with each other during collision. After collision, this is the case. They get separated out. But they continue to move in the same straight line. That's why the collision in which both the momentum and kinetic energy are conserved. This is elastic collision, and this is very important. The colliding bodies continue to move along the same straight line after the collision is called elastic collision in one dimension. Even after collision, they continue to move in the same straight path. That type of collision is known as elastic collision in one dimension. Now, in this part, we will derive the expression of the velocity these two bodies acquire after the collision. I am writing the symbols of velocities. Here, initial velocity, it is u1, then its initial velocity is u2. After collision, that its velocity becomes v1 and its velocity is v2. Here I have taken u1 greater than u2. If u2 is greater than u1, then there will not be any collision between the two bodies. It should be greater because this body is following this body. And they will separate if v2 is greater than v1. And the difference of these two, that is u1 minus u2, is known as relative velocity of approach. And difference between these two, it is not v2 minus, it is not v1 minus v2. Actually, it is v2 minus v1. The difference, it is relative velocity of separation. Now, we are going to derive the expressions for v1 and v2. Actually, before collision, we will already be known with the masses m1 and m2 will be known to us. u1 and u2 we will be knowing. What is going to happen after collision, that is the velocity they will be acquiring, we are not knowing. As a result, we will find the expression for v1 and v2. Let me write the expressions. Since it is an elastic collision, as a result, linear momentum of the system remains conserved, kinetic energy also remains conserved. Hence, I'll take the help of these two laws of conservation to derive the expressions. Now, we know that in an elastic collision, total kinetic energy of the system remains conserved. As a result, total energy of the system before collision will be equal to total kinetic energy of the system after collision. That's why, if we take the terms containing m1 to left hand side and m2 to right hand side, what happens? This is taken to left hand side and this is taken to right hand side. Now see, if you take half m1 as common, u1 square minus v1 square will be equal to half m2 v2 square minus u2 square. Half and half will get cancelled and we are having expression number 1. Also, linear momentum remains conserved. Hence, linear momentum before collision, that is m1u1 plus m2u2, will be equal to m1v1 plus m2v2. This implies m1u1 minus m1v1 equal to m2v2 minus m2u2. m1 is taken common, u1 minus v1. m2 is taken common, it will be v2 minus u2. This is your equation number 2, expression 2. Now we will divide equation number 1 by equation number 2. Listen, I am going to read this part. If I divide equation number 1 by equation number 2, dividing equation 1 by equation 2, it will be this by m1 u1 minus v1 equal to m2 v2 का square minus u2 का square upon m2 v2 minus u2. m2 and m2 will cancel, m1 and m will get cancelled. See, we know that a square minus b square is a plus b, a minus b. Denominator is same. Here also a plus b, a minus b. That is v2 plus u2, v2 minus u2 by v2 minus u2. This and this term will get cancelled. This and this will also get cancelled. You will be left with u1 plus v1 equal to v2 plus u2. If I take both the initial velocities to left hand side, it is already there in the left hand side. If I also take u2 to left hand side and v1 is taken to right hand side, we have a new relation, new result. But actually the result is, what is this? u1 minus u2. It is relative velocity of approach, and this is relative velocity of separation. We have come to the conclusion that in case of elastic collision in one dimension, these two relative velocities remain constant, remain the same. The difference remains constant. That's why relative velocity of approach is equal to relative velocity of separation. Now we will take the help of this result to derive the relations of the expressions of v1 and v2. I'll take the help of this result. From third equation, this equation, I'll find the value of v2. v2 is what? v1 is taken to this side. u1 minus u2 plus v1. Because v1 is taken to that side, now I have a value for v2 in terms of u1, u2 and v1. Putting this value in second. Actually, this is equation number 2. We will put this value of v2 here. What will happen? M1 U1 minus V1 will be equal to M2. Instead of V2, in place of V2, write that U1 minus U2 plus V1 and U2 minus U2 as it is. Now, M1 U1 minus M1 is multiplied with V1, it will become M1 V1 equal to. You see U2 2 times in negative. As a result, it will become M2 U1 plus M2 V1 minus 2 times of M2 U2. We have to find the value of V1. Now how many variables are there? The U1 is also there, U2 and U2. There is no V2 because we already replaced V2 by these values. Now we are left with only V1. Now take the terms containing V1 to right hand side or left hand side as per your wish. We will be left with M1 U1. I am taking this to right hand side and these two to this side. Minus M2 U1. This is taken here. Taking this to left hand side, it will become plus 2M2 U2 is equal to M1 V1 plus M2 V1. What happens? Taking U1 common, it will be M1 minus M2 U1 plus 2M2 U2 equal to V1 is taken common, M1 plus M2. Now the expression of V1 is, V1 will be equal to M1 minus M2 U1 plus 2M2 U2 by M1 plus M2. This is the expression for V1. Fourth, similarly, the expression for V2 will be very simple. You simply interchange M1 by M2 and M2 by M1. Instead of U1, write U2. Instead of U2, write U1. You will get the expression. It will become M2 minus M1 U2 plus 2M1 U1 upon M1 plus M2. And this is expression for V2. Equation 5. These two are expressions of V1 and V2. Now there are some special cases. I am taking them one by one. I will not rub the expressions of V1 and V2 because we will use them. Special case. If two bodies are of equal masses, that is M1 equal to M2, consider them as M let. What happens? V1 will become M minus M plus U1 plus 2M U2 upon M plus M. V1 will be equal to, this will become 0 into U1, 2M U2, sorry, it will be M, 2M. So V1 will be equal to 2M U2 upon 2M. 2M and 2M get cancelled and V1 is equal to U2. Similarly, if you get V2 m minus m, U2 2m U1 m plus m, 0 into U2 2m U1 upon 2m, and again you will get U2 V2 as U1. Yes. What happens if two interacting bodies are of equal masses, means the masses are equal, both are having equal masses, then what happens? Final velocity of first body will be initial velocity of second body, and final velocity of second body will be equal to initial velocity of first body. The bodies interchange their velocities after collision, but the masses must be equal. Now, case second. Now, special case 2, when the target body is at rest, that is second body. Target body is rest, means U2 equal to 0. Since we have already derived the expressions for V1 and V2, if we replace U2 by 0, what happens? In both equations, we will be left with these two expressions of V1 and V2. But these expressions are applicable only where the target body is at rest. If the target body is at rest as well as also masses are equal, masses are also equal, then I should write in note. Then what will be V1? V1 will be, if you are writing m minus m U1 upon m plus m, it will be 0. This implies V1 will be 0. And V2 will be what? 2m U1 upon m plus m. It will be equal to 2m and 2m will get cancelled. Again, both since the masses are equal, again the velocities are interchanging. First body's final velocity will become 0 and second body's final velocity will be initial velocity of the first body. And this is the second case.